James Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Allen. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Allen now on first down. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the #1.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on a 2-point try. So pretty interesting. They get the opening drive touchdown. They wanted a little more. They were looking for 8. Maybe something they thought about before the game started, I would imagine.
I think you're right about that. That's discussed in your staff meeting. A decision is made. I think the head coach has to blueprint it and say, yes, let's go ahead and do that. In this case, though, let's give some credit to the guys on defense. They gave up the touchdown, but found a way to regroup and keep them at the end zone for the 2-point play.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now it's Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll run with Hall. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Wilson on first down. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Play action. Now Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on fourth down. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. First catch so far for the man who led the NFL coming into the weekend. He's got a first down.
Someone's sharp in this game. He had a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Allen now looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. One extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
$14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 53 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Wilson. Under pressure, they got him again. He loses a full 5 yards there on the sack, and it also brings up 4th down, 4th and goal.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen.
Got a man, it's Schwartz, complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They go play action now. Wilson. Again, he finds more. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the middle with Cook. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach, or probably his agent too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Myers' kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So they took their shot. That was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety: range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bills would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here we go. Set.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Play action. It's Wilson.
Right back to Davis. It's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Zach Wilson.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
It's up. It's true as they get back in a bit here. It's now 23-10. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
On first down, Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action. Now Wilson.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Elijah Moore.
31 yards.
And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen going deep for Diggs. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen to throw once more. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Jets will take over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here's Wilson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And this drive was almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
56, 56.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend. Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
From the gun, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
He finds Wilson.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Moore, the man in motion. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. It's Uzoma. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Second down and 5. On second down, a run with Hall.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The offense on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. Touchdown! Corey Davis, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Allen will try again on second down. And he rifles one incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season.
And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. This pass out wide to Hall. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 10 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for Buffalo. 57 yards. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Allen now looks to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And Hunt is not going to get there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. Allen will look to throw for it on fourth.
This is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Now Allen.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. He gets this complete to Diggs.
Stephon Diggs past the 20.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
56, 56.
Here's Allen. Swings this out for Hunt.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Allen.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That was an excellent confirmation.